us, please just like us, and do not knock us until you try us. Coming at you live from Robcast radio station, portal directly into your imagination. So turn up the Robcast, here it goes, Robcast radio. Tell you a bedtime story, maybe even tuck you in, baby. Here it goes.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the BBOTT Robcast number 8, coming at you live, uncut and unready from the Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. So here is Zombie, and here it goes.
Alright, are y'all ready? Are you ready? Some cash shit about what's going on inside the Big Brother over the top house. Over the top house. You gotta admit, it's been pretty interesting, man. I don't think I've ever seen a house quite so divided so fast, quite just blatantly divided right down the middle. So welcome, guys. As you know, we are going to just sit here for a few minutes. We're going to talk about Big Brother over the top. Big Brother over the top. What's going on inside the house, guys? And if you... let's just talk first, right out of the gate. I just want to let you guys know that I don't really... the only reason I really have been on Twitter, right, is... I like Twitter. I enjoy Twitter, but it's not necessarily been... to follow Big Brother or anything like that. A, I've only been on Twitter for a minute, about a year or so, or something like that. And B, yeah, I'm not really a big tweeter. I put this podcast and other podcasts that I do on Twitter, and I follow, some of the current events that I'm interested in across the country and across the world, because of course we know that's what makes Twitter great. But what I thought I would do here today is I'm gonna watch the latest recap, and I'm gonna throw it. I'll put it on, and I'm gonna pause it, and we'll talk a little bit here and there about that. That's about 10 minutes long. We'll do kind of a synopsis of the last daily episode of the daily recaps of what we got going on in there. So we know that Kryssie has won the head of household, which, oh my goodness, how shocking was that? I mean, I guess everyone has a chance at skee ball, right? So, I mean, I'm not hating on them. I think that what it's going to do is challenge and test the rest of the house, the other side of the house, to see, how their skills are. And then also, she talks a really good game. Kryssie talks a really good game. Now she's HOH. How is she going to handle it? Is she going to disappoint us? Quite honestly, I can tell you, it's just gotten on my fucking nerves out of the gate for some reason from day one. The personality or whatever. Now, that being said, guys, I get paid to talk cash shit, and my opinions change as we get to know these people. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes people are just assholes, and you got to just give it to them. Outside of the house, yes, you could probably go enjoy a beer or whatever, but I think after 2 or 3 minutes, certain people, you just don't want to fucking hear a word that they have to say after that, and you're not really interested in it. And I think that too may be a reason why the house is so divided so quickly. So let's see what Julie and them have going on, what they wanted to say about. But back to Twitter for just a second. Back to Twitter. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about Twitter, and we'll listen to the show, and we'll talk about Big Brother Over the Top. And I'm talking about Big Brother Over the Top now whenever I'm speaking of following the previous house guests on Twitter. Now, for me, I haven't been a big super fan of Big Brother. I watched them all from the very beginning and up. Well, I watched a little bit of season 1. I watched season 2 from then on, kind of pretty fluently. I mean, we are adults, and I've had a job and everything that I had to go to, and I missed a lot of it. But what's nice is CBS All Access, being able to go back and rewatch the episodes and stuff that I missed, and there's so much that I've forgotten about the old Big Brother. From Big Brother 1 until Big Brother Over the Top 1, the more I think about that, the more groundbreaking that I think that this whole online experience with Big Brother is. and how blessed that we are being able to participate in that and being the very first people getting to vote and to totally like be. I mean, I said I wish we had a chance to actually be the HOH and be, but basically we are inside the house with all the other house guests, and we've got, you know, we've got a pretty good pull in there, and it's actually pretty cool. I think that it's gaining the snowball momentum, and the people that have kind of hung in there like us from the beginning just to kind of check it out have not been very disappointed at all. Even though I've said that it's been a little bit boring on some of the live feeds, then here just this past week I've missed so much just from having to go, you know, having to do some other work and stuff like that, that it's amazing at what the Big Brother Over the Top has actually turned out to be. So no matter what I say about the house guests, I am paid to talk cash shit about them. I'm not defending myself at all, because I will equally offend every motherfucking one of you. Okay, that's my promise. But no, the point that I'm trying to make is that being that I'm not a big super fan, I haven't had I don't follow a whole heck of a lot of Big Brother people on Twitter. But now that the Robcast Radio has a Twitter, it's still my personal Twitter, guys, but it's Robcast Radio. So you can just check out Robcast Radio, and that's where I will start to follow, like some of you guys, if you hit me up on Twitter, Robcast Radio on Twitter, and I'll start to follow some of the past house guests, especially focusing on let's say Cornbread Monty and Shane. I'll see if those three guys are on there first. We'll check them out. You know more than I do, so I'm saying that, you know, I'm primarily contacting you guys and other podcast listeners by Twitter. So I'm not on there as a super fan, so you guys be gentle with me, because I'm not saying all the correct, fucking politically correct Big Brother terminology and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm calling them the plastics instead of the ball crushers, okay? And to me, I like the plastics. I just like it. I like the way the plastics rolls off of my tongue. The plastics. The ball crushers, it's so rude. It's so rude. Alright, so here we go. Rock and roll. So yeah, follow Robcast Radio on Twitter. Come on, man. And now the speakers all decide not to die right now, because that's normally about par for the course. Right about now, probably when the computer is going to go boink.
2017 Corolla with Toyota Safety Sense.
Yeah, we do know. We do know.
Let's go
Let's
places.
see.
Here's what's been happening for the past 24 hours on Big Brother Over the Top.
Flip. Is that banging out on the speaker?
Alex,
Banging out on that
you're
mic?
up first. Please head to the diary room.
During the live eviction, the Ball Smashers all voted out Shane.
This is for you, Monty. I vote to evict Shane the Snake.
Shane. Bye-bye.
While the Late Night Jamboree and America voted out Danielle.
The late night jamboree.
Danielle.
Leaving head of household Scott to break the tie.
Shane, I vote to evict you. Don't cry, dog. Don't do it.
Sorry.
Shane.
Good luck, Shane.
Shane. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here, watching the dang recap and not talking to you all. So we know Shane's gone. Danielle's upset.
It's devastating to me. He was my best friend.
Danielle,
in
you
the
gotta
house.
do
I did
something, girl.
absolutely everything
Can't
with
cry
him,
about
so,
it. You be out the house.
It really sucks
Win
watching him walk out
something.
the door, but I don't want to dwell on it too much. I just really want to make him
something.
proud and win the HOH, so that way him going
Undercover
home this
lover
week
ain't
actually
gonna win
means
you no
something.
big brother. Undercover lover won't win you
Soon
big
after,
brother.
Kryssie and Scott got into a heated war of words.
You okay,
But it
Kryssie?
might
Do you want a hug or
when
anything?
you
Please
the
stop,
mother
just don't,
of
okay?
Okay.
You don't have to
another.
pretend you like me. You don't have to give me that
Kryssie,
shit.
I hope we still play video
like you
games
guys. I
outside
can be
of this.
silly
I hope
with
we're
you
playing
guys.
Call of Duty. I hope we're playing Halo.
That's
I
up
hope
to
we're
you
still
guys.
cool.
That's up to you guys.
And
But, like,
it is up to us. And
I
I
hope
hope
we're
we're still cool after this. It's nothing personal. It's
They
really
cut. I
not.
watched this
You
when
said
it
that
I had
happened.
to take
now.
someone out.
yeah, but you made it a thing.
And-
It was a personal vendetta. Yes. Where's my go?
Kryssie is such a fake faker.
There is nothing
Fake
worse in the world than
faker.
sitting
I
on
don't
that
buy
fucking
it.
block with no chance
Kryssie,
to
you're
fight
fake
for
and
yourself.
I don't
Because you
get
guys knew you couldn't beat him,
crying.
so you backdoored him.
Crocodile
That's fucked up.
tears.
It's strategy. I
Kryssie.
offered Neely a hug. I offered Danielle a hug. I'm not gonna not offer you a hug too.
Kryssie. Come on, man. Come on. Guys, come on. Is it just me? My spider sense is tingling saying she's bullshit. My bullshit meter's going off, guys. And that, I think also that there was that ball was made out of metal. And then in Kryssie's, what do you call it? Roller downer thing here, whenever they were doing the HOH competition. Okay, I'm telling you all, okay? I think about these things. If you watch that tape, okay? If you really watch that tape, well, there's a magnet underneath that table, and that ball has metal in it, or it can't be vice versa. So, when they turn on this electromagnet at the end of that table, it centers the ball and makes it go right into the little hole. It's like an old fairground trick, like an old carnival trick. And if you watch that, whenever they wanted somebody to win that, they just turned that little magnet at the very end of that board on, which happened to be Kryssie, because guess what? We're all talking about it. And her ball just kind of centered right up and ba-doop, went all the way down there perfectly. And that's just my conspiracy theory. You all form your own opinions, but I think she happens to be fake Kryssie. And that's just my opinion. Outside of the house, she could be an incredible person, but it seems like, just like maybe her personality and mine would not match at all.
Appreciate your offer, Scott,
Okay.
but I'm just not in the right
That's
place for
okay.
it,
That's
okay?
all right.
With tensions running high, the house guests got a dose of some much-needed friendship.
Hey, what's for dinner?
What?
What's for dinner?
Oh, that's what I gotta give Paul a round of applause. Paul Abrahamian. What? Alright, I just had to give Paul a round of applause, because just like I said, man, how can you not just absolutely love Paul at the end of BB-18? And at the beginning, guess what? Nah. I mean, I don't know. I leave the good Lord opens doors for everyone to start getting along one way or another, but I just don't see Kryssie making the same change that Paul did from day one to the last day, changing it. I mean, he grew in the game like 1,000% as soon as he made it about halfway through. That son of a gun, we know. He kicked it in. He made it happen. What a Big Brother textbook to read out, to go by is the Paul. And how much would you all like to see him maybe on the next Over the Top? Maybe the next Over the Top should just be the All-Stars. Only the super fans, you super fans. See, I almost lumped myself in with you guys a minute ago. That I might be, I'm a borderline super fan, but I'm nowhere near like keeping up with it as much as you guys do. But how awesome would that be for the Over the Top 2 next fall? Superstars, all superstars, everyone that's already been on Big Brother that we want to see again. And that could possibly be the reason why they're not putting it on CBS, because bringing people back that everyone else knows, that the new viewers don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Paul enters the house.
Coming back into the house, super exciting, and guess what? Best part is, I'm not playing for money. I never cared. So, I can say whatever I want to these people with no repercussions. Alright, bunch of weenies, let's go play this HOH comp, see what happens.
Yeah.